Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, back with another crypto video. And make sure you guys press the like button on this video right now and put a comment down below, because at the end of this month, which is in a couple of days, we're going to be giving away $500 worth of crypto. And it's so simple to enter. You just have to press the like button and comment something down below. Now guys, also make sure you check out my second channel. It is called Dusty. I just posted a video on there which is called How to Make Passive Income with $1,000 right now. The link for this channel is in the description below. But guys, really, this video and making this video and learning about this a couple of years ago has so changed my life, really. And I'm not even kidding you guys. It has changed my life drastically that I recommend you guys all to check it out. Right? It's not about crypto, it's about traditional finance, but really, it's something that is definitely worth your time. It's not even 50 minutes. There's no advertisements in there. There is no affiliate links, no selling you anything. It's just pure 100% pure information, because I really wanted to tell you guys this and it's been on my mind for such a long time. And the reason I decided to edit for 6 hours and make this video, it's one of the biggest works I've ever done in terms of editing, is because I noticed how a couple of minutes can really change somebody's life. And if I, by spending a couple of hours, can hopefully change a couple of people's lives, even if it's only one, it's worth it to me, right? Because, again, the knowledge that I try to bring in this video is something that you're going to keep for the rest of your life, and everybody, it's worth a watch for. Like, you're going to keep this, so make sure you check it out. Guys, there's been a lot of stuff going around the community right now, a lot of issues, a lot of worries, but, you know, we ain't worried, right? But this article did give me a mini heart attack. It said, Ripple devs rush to fix flaw in XRP's blockchain. I was like, what? What's been going on? Well, we're talking about the IMM situation. A fix is in the works to stop XRP's blockchain from getting bogged down by spam. An anonymous developer has created an open source tool that allows anyone to upload files of any size onto the XRP blockchain. The tool works by exploiting the memo field known as destination tag that all XRP transactions have, which was of course designed to help transactions be identified. While the memo field was built to be indestructible and immutable infinite file storage in the hands of spammers and the IMM application, it could slow the network down and push up the cost of transactions, but a fix, says developers, is in the works. Let's start with a big thanks and hats off to you, as we can't get enough development in the ecosystem, said Vitsevind, a developer of the XRP tip bot, commenting on the exploit. But on a different note, I'm worried. I operate a full history node on the XRP ledger. Now, again, the problem is that blockchains are not designed to store unlimited amounts of data. In order for a blockchain to be secure, lots of people need to hold a full history of the network on their computers. And actually, this first thing is a little bit untrue. I mean, they say blockchains are not designed to store an unlimited amount of data. Well, really, the idea is that, you know, the scalability is there so it can hold infinite amounts of data. So to a certain extent, I would say it is designed to hold any amount of data possible, right? To a certain extent, at least to log everything. Lots of people need to hold a full history of the network on their computers, of course, for the whole network to work in a good manner. That is needed. It's a little bit of a necessity. And as the log history gets larger, so the number of people who can afford to keep the full history locally goes down. So what they're trying to say here is that the more data gets on here, the more expensive it's going to be to run a full node here, or at least to run the full history. So you want everything to have a copy of everything. It's going to be way more expensive than if, you know, it is only being slightly used. As of June 2019, Bitcoin's history is 226 gigabytes only, and a spammer could dump huge files into those XRP memo fields, swamping the network with extra storage and making it prohibitively expensive to run. As a saving grace, the spammers would have to expend huge sums of money to generate enough transactions stuffed with spam in order to cause any real damage to the network, but a bunch of people believe that they can use this exploit to take down the XRP blockchain. Again, that's where, of course, the issue lies. Now, this has been going on for a couple of days. People have been extremely worried. Also, another piece of the puzzle where people were worried for is that, like, IMM was going to help people get right? This is just a theory that I saw. INDMMM was going to help people get child pornography and some of those other things on the blockchain, since everything could be stored and yada, yada, yada. I saw a lot of that. Again, I don't really know exactly what it is that they do to store this. I'm technical, but not that technical. I most likely will check it out and look into it, most likely later tomorrow, but I can't promise too much on the situation. But on the other side, to fix the issue, Vind issued a comment on the XRP GitHub account, suggesting that fees should be charged to safeguard the network. A technical discussion has been started in order to fix the problem. Some developers are in favor of the fees, others suggested they should be lower. So far, a course of action has not yet been chosen. Again, if you're upping up the fees, it's going to be very hard to spam. If you're lowering the fees, I don't know why they would do that. Ripple CTO David Schwartz said, on the bright side, I don't believe there's any serious short-term attack. I believe the threat is that an attacker can maliciously gradually increase the cost of running server and keeping history over a long period of time, which is like the Black Knight saying, this but a scratch. So again, what David Schwartz, the CTO at Ripple, says is like, there's no real short-term threat, as doing this in a short term would be too expensive and almost impossible. It's really about the longer term where the issue lies. But I don't exactly know what happened either, but I saw a lot of people commenting that there's been an update. I just saw this pop by. Version 1.3.1 of the XRP Ledger has been released with the new features, updates, and fixes to the core protocol. XRP Center replied, because that was Warren Paul on Twitter, Warren Paul Anderson. XRP Center replied, hi Warren, thanks for sharing. I know that you're now working at Spring full-time, but have you also assumed the role of Spring's community advocate? The reply was, no, Spring is still looking for talented people in developer relations and community management to help us build out the XRP Ledger, or the XRP Interledger and Codex ecosystems. And yeah, it was pretty interesting. Michael Abernethy also said on Twitter, hey, did you see some people are trying to spam XRP Ledger with Pern or something like that? Is this something to be worried about, or are they wasting their time? Tiffany Hayden responded to that by her tweet, which says, it's the crypto 4chan equivalent of storming Area 51. I hope you don't forget their helmets. And again, why she is saying that was because in this article right here, it also says that a lot of people on 4chan are trying to successfully coordinate a attack towards XRP, is what I'm believing has been trying to get worked out. But, you can plan so much, but really going through it is very, or something very differently. And I actually did not read this blog post yet, as I just only now noticed that there actually is a blog post attached. But I will be checking through that and hopefully giving you guys some more cool information on that tomorrow. There's not anything right now that I can point out since I have not read it, so I don't know exactly what is in there to talk about. Summary of changes is in here, but we're gonna skip that for right now. I guess you can read it. You can pause it if you want to read it. There we go. All right. Another tweet that I found really kind of interesting was from Hoder. Ripple is altering its reporting and restricting future sales. Read my analysis on the Q2 market report to learn more about this important shift. And Hoder really is somebody that I mostly admire in the crypto space. I don't say that often, but I actually do. Reason for that is he writes with a passion. And again, it's hard to see if somebody really writes with passion or for money or for whatever incentive. But in this case, I really feel in the way that he writes that he really enjoys what he's doing. Really, in the most literal form, this is what he wants. And I just don't know why my desktop just went open on my other monitor. That's kind of scary. Why did that? Like the Windows key was pressed, but I'm not near my keyboard. That is peculiar. All right, we're going to skip that for right now. Well, what I was trying to say is, how I'm quite interested in how he writes with such passion and in fun terms, and I just really enjoy it. Also, the length of these articles, even though if you compare it to making videos, sometimes it can even out, but the length and the effort that has been put in to create all of this, damn, son. And it's not about how much money he makes for making this. It's not how many tips or however much support he gets. It's really about the idea of even going through and collecting all of this information to make this. I find it's worth an applause right there. That's why I try to like these things as much as I can, and I'll definitely read through this as well, give you guys some updates if I can on the situation, because damn, this is always just quality works, and you gotta give credit wherever it's due. You gotta, you always have to. So again, there, a little shout out from my personal end. XRP and ETN, two approaches to helping people in developing countries. Cardano is actually also one of this pie that are trying to help out. Out of all of these cryptos, Cardano, XRP, ETN, a lot of these are trying to work with the unbanked, and really through spring, at least, I've been noticing that Ripple is helping out XRP, spreading towards multiple places in smaller projects. But I think mostly this helping of developing countries is due to the MoneyGram Partnership that they actually had going now. They're saying something about it here. Last month, Ripple announced a partnership with MoneyGram, which serves millions of people who send money to their families. In their press release, they claimed they would help reduce the fees for remittances from $30 to fractions of a penny. And some people were complaining and talking about the prices not being updated yet in some places of the world. But hey, guys, it's just a matter of time before a lot of those prices go down. It will take some, though. So if you're not seeing a cheap fee yet, just wait it out. Here is something. No, guys, we've covered this tons of times before. Actually, it's about the amount of dollars. But whenever we're talking about the situation of how much money is being sent home, it's just insane, and how much they're helping out here by making this all cheaper is just also extraordinary. Guys, it's still 30 degrees or something here. That's why I'm just sweating my butt off. I'm not used to this type of weather, right? And now it's 3 days in a row that it's been above 30 degrees. 5 days in a row, I think, above 25. I'm out. And even like in the room that I'm in here, it feels like it's 70 degrees. I swear. I'm sweating. I'm not even doing anything. I'm not moving, but I'm so hot. It feels crazy to say that, but I'm so freaking hot. It's just something for fun, guys. Another article here. Ripple's $900 million sell-off. False start or true kickstart details. And now, actually, before we get into that, make sure you press the like button on this video and make sure you check out my second channel. Don't forget it. I see a lot of you guys just watching now without pressing the like, but hey, that's rude. If you're enjoying this, you've watched so far, I deserve that like, I think. If I don't, comment down below how much you hate me. All right? No, just kidding, guys. Of course, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to like anything. This quarter has seen Ripple sell 900 million XRP. About $251 million worth. In its market report for the previous quarter, which saw a significant increase of an average daily volume of 430 million to, or as against 156 million in quarter one, Ripple has shown some resilience due to its specific use case, global value transfer. This may sound like acceptance of the token by everyone, but few issues need to be considered for it to be proven that it is for the cryptocurrency. Wait, that this is it for the cryptocurrency. Well, guys, I don't even need to get into this, right? We've discovered and discussed multiple times how this has been such an amazing quarter and how this has been insanely good. But the emergence of other competitors. Ripple isn't the only value transfer blockchain developer who has a functional product. JPM Coin, which is backed in Southeast Asia by Mizuho Bank and 60 other partners, offers similar functionality with XRP, and that's where I kind of quit. Like, wow, that's the road that they're going towards. I get the idea, but I just cannot compare them. I'm sorry, guys. That's why I don't really want to get into it too much. Causing a ripple, an interview with the controversial developer putting personal files on the XRP ledger. This was an interesting one, definitely, but the problem here again is that there's so many points of the puzzle that I do not understand fully, that I think it's very difficult to talk about the situation. But what it is all about is this INDIM, whatever we were talking about before. Yeah, they've gone deeper into the situation. The Block, which is this website, spoke to the anonymous developer who has triggered a mass backlash this week by launching a file storage app on the XRP ledger. And again, kind of props to him for being able to create that. It's malicious, I find. He does not, I think, but hey. Ripple was not designed for censorship-resistant file storage, but it is technically a viable platform for it, sparking fears that the blockchain could be crippled by an overload or that illegal files could be uploaded onto it. The developer, who calls themselves a blockchain novice, explains their intentions and the possibility of scrapping the app amid the pressure. And again, there's a whole story about the situation in here. You can read about it. You can check out more about it. We've covered this so many times in the last week or so, whenever it became popular, like 3 or 4 days ago. The problem is there's so many points that I don't understand that, I can tell you guys this story. I can just read it out for you right now, but will you become a better person for it? Most likely not. Do I see this as a threat? Most likely not. Do you see it as an issue? No. Do I see it as something to watch out for? Definitely yes, because what you're seeing now again is that things are fragile, and here in this case, most likely nothing's going to be happening. It's just a group coming together, planning something, but nothing's really going to come out from it. But it's something to keep in mind for the future, that things like this are possible, right? And we should be wary of said things. Guys, I think that's all the things that we had for... Oh, I'm lying. I actually have 3 more things open. Cryptomaniac on Twitter said, let's just all be realistic about one thing. There's no way XRP will go over $1,000 in 2019. Calm yourselves. This was a funny one, because Cryptomaniac is known to have some of the craziest price predictions, but end of the year here, $1,000, not going to happen. 99% sure. And I think it's just nice for him to put it out there in a tweet. I don't know if it's useful, but it's nice for him to do that. So, little thank you for him right there for clarifying that to some of the people. Whatever. Cold Blood Shill says on Twitter, XRP and LTC now both with confirmed hourly AMA crosses and green guppies. Still active in both positions. And that's basically everything that he said. Period. Here's XP to BTC. It's actually looking quite juicy. Also, if you're looking at it from a live coin perspective or CoinMarketCap or TradingView, whatever, it's looking good. It is because XRP is up 2.5% and BTC is down 0.5% on the daily. Of course, that signals a very green candle for XRP to BTC, like we've been wanting to see, and very positive about that. And something else is from XRP_owl. He's been really putting up some content here, but hopefully I'll be covering that tomorrow with some great detail, as there is quite a lot to cover for this, and I really am too hot. Hopefully tomorrow is going to be a little bit colder. It's only going to be 27 degrees, so that's going to be very doable. 13 degrees lower than today, or about 12 degrees lower than today, so it's going to be fine. Thank you all for watching, though. Hopefully you did enjoy. Make sure you press the like button on this video if you did. Make sure you go ahead and check out my second channel as well. And have a nice day, everybody. Have a nice time. Enjoy. Really enjoy. This is not financial advice, purely for entertainment purposes only, but I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.